don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
This is exactly how I feel about Dr. Jackie right now. My experience with her was way before Married to Medicine, but looking back, I feel like I was the perfect patient for her to tear down. I was very naive. I was vulnerable. I didn't know jack shit. And it makes total sense that she was emotionally abusive to me within the first 5 minutes of my appointment with her. I didn't have any physical problems during my pregnancy, but a lot of the things that she said really took a toll on me emotionally. And not knowing that she had fertility issues, I can totally see that she was probably jealous. Here I am, a young Black woman coming into her office. I'm pregnant at the perfect age. And maybe in her eyes, she saw that I wasn't taking this pregnancy so seriously, so she took offense to that. And in my opinion, I feel like Dr. Jackie is just as dangerous as those doctors and nurses who do physical harm to their patients. This is
Jackie all over my For You page in regards to the comments she made about Black women, and I just want to give my 2 cents. I chose Dr. Jackie because, she's in the Atlanta area. She was a Black female doctor, and knowing like the high mortality rate with Black women during childbirth, I wanted to feel protected, so I wanted a Black doctor. But honestly, this was the most traumatic birthing experience I could have possibly thought I would have went through. To make a long story short, the day I turned 38 weeks, Dr. Jackie decided to induce me because they thought my baby had a low birth weight, meaning they thought he only weighed like 5 pounds. I went to the hospital that day, not knowing that I was going to be spending the next 3 days in labor, in excruciating pain. And not only was it painful for me, it was painful for my child because his heart rate was going up and down, up and down, up and down, with them trying to exhaust every option they could to get him out of me. So when all their methods failed, they ended up telling me that I had to have an emergency C-section because his heart rate had got too low. And y'all, when I tell y'all I was bawling from the moment they told me to the moment they put me on a table, crying, couldn't talk, like I couldn't even open my mouth. After that was all said and done, weighed him, he ended up being 6 pounds, 8 ounces, meaning he didn't have a low birth weight and he could have stayed in me until he was ready to come out. Mind you, in those 3 days, I didn't see Dr. Jackie one time. Not one time did I see her. And I had my baby during COVID, so it was only one person allowed in the delivery room, me and my mom, and I was scared out of my mind, okay? Scared. And then my baby, like now he has like developmental delays, and I don't know if I should associate that with them inducing me, because personally I feel like if they let him cook a little bit longer, he would have been fine. But who am I to say that's correlated? But that's just my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I will not be going back to her.
From Married to Medicine. But in the clip, they're talking about pregnancy, and Dr. Jackie says Black women tend to be more dramatic when they're pregnant, and by the time you say there's a problem, your doctor can't tell if they just want you just want them to pull you out of work or if there's a real problem. This is an OBGYN saying this type of dangerous rhetoric, because it is dangerous. I'm not shocked that she said it, because Mariah had been told us that Dr. Jackie is nice nasty. I am surprised she said it in a setting where it could be recorded and posted online. That is surprising to me. I don't think she thought this clip would resurface. Also, we're not talking about fucking computers and plants. We're talking about Black women carrying something as fragile and, important as a baby. So I think that, we're allowed to be dramatic when it comes to pregnancy. Be so effing for real. I don't know if anybody else has seen that resurface clip of Dr.
Confirmed
Jackie.
everything that the TikToker Selena told us a few weeks ago. That you have to have a level of professionalism. You have to have a level of morals, beliefs. There's nothing that can be taught when you come into the medical field. Because from experience, we know that there are many doctors, nurses, and there are some good ones, but there are some bad ones that just flat out don't care if you don't come from a certain class. Now, although the clip is 3 years old, we don't know what your sentiments is today. Because people are coming out saying right now that Dr. Jackie don't even accept you as a patient if you have Medicaid. How is it that you're joining forces with the VP of America, Kamala Harris, to push a program and ensure that Black women have access to Medicaid, especially while they're pregnant? There's a YouTuber by the name of Lakeyshakeysha. She explained to us, her audience, how she tried to book an appointment with Jackie, and she couldn't until she paid the full price prior to meeting her. She had to pay the full price for a first-time patient appointment. She had to put her credit card on file, slide it, charge it, then go. So that tells you what Jackie is all about. And I agree with Buffy. It is very dangerous that you, as a black OBGYN, have these sentiments about your own kind, your own people. Am I shocked? No. But I'm happy she said it out loud because now we know. There are many stories about black women going into labor and not returning home from the hospital because they complained to their doctor. They were having pain in their back, their neck. They were having headaches because the doctor did not believe them. They sent them home only for that person to become a spirit because people like Jackie didn't believe that they were actually in pain. My thing is, how can you determine if somebody is lying to you about their pain levels or not? You have to be a skilled doctor to be able to determine that. If you need an example of this, just look up Judge Hatchett's son. He's been advocating for his wife for years now. Back in 2017, Kira Johnson went in to deliver their first child. She complained of having headaches and pain. The doctor sent her on her way and she's no longer here with us today. Another thing that I find very interesting is that it was revealed during her meeting with Kamala Harris that black women are dying at a 3% rate during childbirth. Because black women, in specific, is what I'm talking about right now. Now, I don't know what other races decide to do. I just know what was a growing concern in my community. Because we knew that this was a growing concern amongst our community, some people decided to hire them a midwife. Do y'all remember how they started taking those people kids? Because they felt like they were putting their child in harm's way? Never mind the Georgia doctor, St. Tracy Julian, who unalived the child during childbirth because she used excessive force to remove him out of the birth canal. We're not going to even talk about that. I have more to say about the situation, but I want to hear back from y'all. What y'all think? Dr. Jackie of...
Since the resurfaced clip of Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie on live talking about black women, and of course, Dr. Jackie made that statement basically saying black women are overly dramatic and basically they really are not in pain. They just want to get the notes to be taken off of work. Since that clip has made its way back to the internet, so many of her patients have come out. Obviously, the world has spoken, and people are very hurt by those words. Well, you would think that Dr. Jackie would take some responsibility, but she has taken absolutely zero responsibility, and she has gaslighted the entire situation. However, her castmates from Married to Medicine, they have come out. Let's see what they had to say. So Dr. Simone comes out with a statement in support of Dr. Jackie, which is a problem because I feel like as a friend, you don't necessarily need to come out in the media and make a statement, but you can be behind the scenes making sure your friend knows that they need to really hold themselves accountable. So this was really a slap in the face to see another doctor, another OBGYN come out and say she support Dr. Jackie when the statements that Dr. Jackie made, those were the statements that she made. So what do you mean you support her? Do you support what she said? It's a little bit unclear. But let's get into what Dr. Simone stated on her Twitter account. So this is what Dr. Simone had to say. While there are no perfect people or doctors, we give our best and only want the best medicine outcome for each and every patient. I know firsthand, personally, and professionally, Dr. Jackie is a great doctor. As Black female OBGYNs, we are grateful when patients choose us and place their trust in us. Black mothers are dying 3 times more than any other ethnic group, and we are working hard to fight these statistics. Okay, so I'm not understanding what Dr. Simone is actually talking about because we're speaking strictly about the statement that Dr. Jackie made. Now, Simone references in her statement that Black mothers are dying 3 times more than any other ethnic group. And so by being a doctor, you know this, then maybe you should educate your friend on why she thinks Black women are over dramatic. I mean, this is pretty much her way of not holding her friend Jackie accountable, which to me questions her, responsibilities as a doctor. And I wonder, how is she treating her patients? Now, I've also had an experience with Dr. Simone, but now I'm side eyeing her because, in my opinion, I wouldn't have come out and made a statement, because when you make a statement as the one that you made, you say you support them. So what do you support? You support what she stated, because that is the only thing that's in question now. Obviously she has other patients and employees that has come out and spoke, and basically talked about their experience. Now, to say you support her, we expect you to support her. But when you come out and say it on a public platform, I believe you're saying you support what she stated. So let's get into what Dr. Heavenly had to say. So Dr. Heavenly also released a statement, which was interesting because when she was on that video with Dr. Jackie, she didn't seem to support what she said, because she actually immediately said, "I don't know what you're talking about." So again, as friends, it is your responsibility to hold your friend accountable. I don't agree that, they would or should come out and say anything derogatory, but behind the scenes, you can encourage your friend to make better decisions. And then in coming out, all Dr. Jackie did was gaslighted the situation, and basically blame other people and say, "Oh, they took my comments the wrong way. We were on an hour or two video and they only grabbed a little bit of what I said." Even if that is correct, it is what you said. It doesn't matter if it was a little bit or a lot of bit. You said it. So let's get into what Dr. Heavenly stated in her release statement. So Dr. Heavenly releases this statement on her Twitter account. "I stand with Dr. Jackie Walters. I know her heart. She has done so much for so many. We have all learned lessons and will forever be changed." Again, where is the accountability? The fact that you stand with her. We expect that because that is your friend. Although, Dr. Jackie dogged Simone, I'm sorry, not Simone. She dogged Dr. Heavenly and talked about her weight and pretty much called her stupid when she first got on the show. But that's a whole nother video. But when you say I stand with her and you say it on a public platform, it almost means that you co-sign what she stated. So I'm not sure why they are coming out making these statements. It seems like if they wanted to make a statement, it should have been drafted a little bit differently, because to me, this is saying you support what she said, because keep in mind, we're talking about what she said. That is what's in question here. So you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, share this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel. And as always, I will catch you all in the next video.